Now, you all remember your Helen and Ivan question, right? This question is very, very, very similar to the Helen and Ivan question. So if you have done your PSLE papers, past year PSLE papers, it's always beneficial. Why? You would have come across a question that is very similar to the Helen and Ivan question, which is this particular question. Okay, so this is also a gaps and differences question. So you realize in this year, they have what? 4 marks just now, 5 marks here, 9 marks worth of gaps and differences. And I think there's one more in paper 1. So like 11 marks of gaps and differences question in this paper, 2050. And gaps and differences is one of those topics that students tend not to do very well in because the conceptual understanding is a little bit complicated. 11 marks worth of it in this paper. Contrast it to last year, 2023 paper, 0 mark. Gap and difference did not come out in 2023 at all. Okay. Now, 3 girls, Amy, Beth, and Cindy had the same number of points. Amy and Beth had a mix of 50-cent and 10-cent coins. Amy had 9 10-cent coins, while Beth had 15 10-cent coins. Cindy had only 50-cent coins. Of the 3 girls, who had the most money and who had the least? This one, you need to apply logic only. If Cindy only has 50-cent coins, while the other girls have a mix of 50-cent and 10-cent coins, but they all have the same number of coins, obviously, Cindy must have the most amount of money. Why? Because all her coins are 50 cents. What? The rest of them have some 10-cent coins. So obviously, the 10-cent coins will be worth less. And therefore, Cindy must have the most amount of money. That is by logic. But between Amy and Beth, who has less money? Amy has 9 10-cent coins, while Beth had 15 10-cent coins. So if you think about it logically, Amy must have more money than Beth. Why? Beth has more 10-cent coins, means Beth would have fewer 50-cent coins than Amy, and therefore less money. So whoever has more 10-cent coins will have fewer 50-cent coins because they have the same number of coins. And because she will have fewer 50-cent coins than Amy, naturally she will have less money, and therefore Beth will have the least money. But you realize this is very similar to the Helen and Ivan question. Part B asks you to find the difference in the total value of Amy and Beth's coins, which is the exact same question that they wanted you to find for Helen and Ivan. Okay, so PSLE concepts, they don't test brand new concepts one, no such thing one. So many years of PSLE papers, how can there be brand new concepts all the time? They are always testing you things that you have been taught, things that have come out before. And that's the importance of doing your TYS. If you had done the 2015, for students who took the 2021 paper, if they had done the 2015 paper, they would have known how to do that question instead of crying in the exam hall. I only want to compare Amy and Beth. They have the same number of coins. So we know that Amy has 9 10-cent coins. While Beth has 15 10-cent coins. Which means that these are the 50-cent coins. So if you draw this line upwards, what is the difference in the number of coins here? This is 6 coins. So what's the difference in the money? This part is exactly the same, right? So this part is equal to this part. This part and this part are exactly the same as well because they're all 50-cent coins. So where is the variance? The only variance is that for Amy, these are 50 cents. But for Beth, these are 10 cents. That is the only variance. Because the yellow parts are exactly the same. Correct? And therefore, you can, from the model, find the difference in the amount of money. So 0.50 minus 0.10 to give you 0.40. And then you take, those are difference of 6 coins, right? So 0.40 times 6 to give you 2.40. And that would be the difference in the amount of money. Okay. The answer to part C is 23. How do we get 23? Beth used all her 50-cent coins to buy food. And she had $10 less in coins than Cindy then. Now, if Beth uses up all her 50-cent coins, we will know how much money she has left. Because that will mean that Beth only has 10-cent coins left. Correct? So amount of money Beth had left is simply the number of 10-cent coins she has, and she has 15 10-cent coins, so times 0.10. That will give you $1.50. Right? This is after she used up all her 50-cent coins. So amount of money Cindy had, she had $10 less. So Cindy will be 1.50 plus the $10 to give me 11.50. And because Cindy only has 50 cents, Cindy only has 50 cents. You take your $11.50, you divide by the number, by the value of 1, you get 23. Done. So the question is actually not difficult. But for these types of questions, make sure you know how to draw the model and make sure you know how to visualize the comparison. Where exactly is the difference? If you draw the model, you will see that it's the difference. There are the parts that are the same. You ignore those parts that are the same. And you look for where the difference is. So the only thing that is different in part B is this part. This is the difference in the value of the coins. Okay? Because everything else will be the same.